Hello guys, and welcome to the channel of Absolute Quality. Today we're back with another How to Crucible. Today we're going over the Vigilance Wing. A pulse rifle, exotic, what's not to love? Actually, historically I don't like pulse rifles, but you'll see if I like this one or not. My opinion is very good. I actually loved this weapon a lot. The matches went by really fast because I did enjoy using this quite a bit. The 5-round burst was really awesome and different and unique. So thankfully it was an exotic, so it was obviously unique, but it was quite fun to use. It actually did a lot of damage output at long range and short range, so it just melted anybody really. The only times I ever had problems was when I was getting ganked by 3 or 4 guys. So you know, you gotta pick and choose your battles, and most of them were quite good, but, you know, some of them were a little not so great. For playstyle with this weapon, I would use probably an aggressive playstyle with it. It does enough damage to take out a lot of opponents, although at some encounters, maybe, so if you're trying to fight maybe the Uriel's Gift up close, it may not work as well, and if you're trying to fight the Mida from far away, it also might not work as well. Basically, you just have to pick and choose your battles and know what the enemy is using after a little bit into the match. So I don't know, I would use an aggressive playstyle with it just because it does enough damage for it, and you do get buffs when your teammates die near you. So I would totally probably be aggressive with it just so that you're getting the best use out of that perk that it gives you. Moving on to perks, though. Harsh Truths is the main exotic intrinsic perk, and it gives you a 5-round burst, and then it heals you if a teammate dies, and it also gives you a boost to movement speed. That is very good. I saw me using this a lot. I would get into a fight, I would get a kill, I would be very wounded, and then another guy would come around the corner, kill my teammate. I would instant regen health, and I would be able to fight that battle immediately. I wouldn't have to run away to regen health. I was already regened. This made fighting multiple people 10 times better. 100% better fighting multiple people. I could easily do it all the time around the map. It was just that easy, because I was able to regen health immediately if a teammate died, and they didn't even have to be necessarily near me. Some of the times it activated and they were halfway across the map. So I would say this perk actually is the best one I've seen in a very long time. This perk is a very, very good perk, and for perks, I have to give it a 10. I have to. It just works so well with my playstyle, and just it healed me all the time, and I was able to get into a lot more gunfights and a lot more team battles with my team, because if they died, I was ready to go. I was instant health. Boom. So it gets a 10. Now at long range, it's really good. The 5-round burst definitely brings in the punch at the end. The 5th bullet gives you that extra damage at the end. It's good, but I would say at very long range, like really far away, it's not so great. It doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, which is, I mean, it's respectable, honestly, because why would you be trying to fight people from that long away, like that range anyways? It's just kind of useless with any gun, really, except for a scout, maybe. But, you know, it works quite well. It's not the best, though. Like I said before, the Mida and probably some other faster shooting scouts are definitely going to beat you out in this, just because of the fact that they are meant for that. So, for long range, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8, just because it is really good, but it definitely still gets beat out by some of those other guns. Moving on to short range, it's also very good at short range. It does a lot of damage up close with that 5-round burst, but it does not stand up against Antiope D or any other SMG. I had some contact with a few SMGs while I played this, thankfully, and they all killed me. If you pushed me with an SMG, I just couldn't get the shots off fast enough. That's basically what the problem was. The burst, you know, you fire 5 shots and then it waits like a second, and then you fire again. Well, they're just continuously streaming multitudes of bullets into my body. there's nothing I can do there. So short range, it's gonna get an 8 because it is good. It does damage. It can kill people. I've done it, but it cannot stand up again to some of those weapons, aka the submachine guns. Moving on to effectiveness, I had in the kill section 220 kills, and then I had 108 deaths. Out of that, I got a KD of 2.04, so we did hit a KD of a 2, which is fantastic because it definitely proves that this weapon was standing up to the test. For a total gunfight engagements with the kills and deaths, I had 328, so that's around our average. So for the mathematical equation, we can chuck that up. We're going to put in 220 for K, and we're going to put 328 for T, and that's going to get us a good old number of 6.7. That's going to be our effectiveness rating. Moving on to overall rating, we're going to have to do another little math equation with all those numbers again. So here's that little good old equation for you. There you go. And then that equation is going to come out to be an 8.2. So now we're heading into the ranking process. If you don't know about the ranking process, I'll explain. So, oh wait, I'm moving way too quickly. I didn't even tell you the total score. The total score for this weapon is a 40.9. A 40. It's crazy. I didn't think it would get a 40 until I added up all the numbers, and I was like, oh boy, that's a 40. Now moving on to the ranking process. The ranking process is we take our 40.9 and we rank that number against all the other combined numbers that we have in the pulse rifle section, and then we're going to rank it against all of our weapons in Destiny 2. Now, we're going to put this into the pulse rifle category, and with a score of 40.9, it beat out every single pulse rifle. There's no pulse rifle stood a chance. Not even the one behind it. It didn't stand a single chance. It was literally Autumn Wind was way up there, and it just died immediately. This one just took over the reins and said, "Move out of the way. This is my spot." That's what it did. So it's number 1 in pulse rifles that you can see on the screen right now. Overall, this weapon took the second place spot. It beat out Uriel's Gift by 0.6. And I do believe that is because of the perk. The perk was much better than Uriel's Gift, and that's what put it on the top. Like, man, this is crazy. I didn't really expect it to take over into the second spot, but it did. And that is freaking awesome. I'm glad to see another pulse rifle up there. I'm glad to see Uriel's Gift get dethroned from the second place spot. I'm super glad that happened, so that we can have some other guns in there that people maybe can start using now, so that there are a little bit of an extra incentive and a little unique play that you can do with other weapons. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to have another one this week. I'm trying to get my consistency up. It's still working. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.